You were born in
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland?
Yes.
Okay.
I was born on Spencer Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. That's right off East 55th Street.
Oh, you were born down there?
Right down there. And then
See,
we moved over to right across the street from Sturley's there, that first house there. We were there, and then from there we moved out to Collinwood.
Boy, and I always thought you were born on Arcade.
No. Arcade came a long time afterwards.
I guess so.
Yeah.
See, that's something I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. We moved from Sturley's place. I mean, not from Sturley's place, but the house across the street. And then we moved over to out in Collinwood off 173rd Street. Right now the freeway runs over my house.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then from there we moved over to Arcade Avenue.
Well, you made quite a few moves.
Oh yeah.
You were busy as a little kid, huh?
Going one place or another.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you guys were from Arcade.
Yeah.
Because I used to play around there, and I'd see Frankie and Johnny with their cases going for lessons.
Right.
Taking the, I guess, the bus or the streetcar.
Well, Johnny didn't have to take the bus because what he did, he just walked over the bridge. Joe Trolley used to have a studio over the bridge over there someplace.
Right.
And the only thing I remember where the studio was, he had a big chunk of coal over there that was round a steel band and that, a real big piece. And that's where Johnny went. Joe Trolley had a studio there.
Well, that was a long walk, especially carrying an accordion.
Yeah.
And a little guy like John.
He had his little red wagon that he pulled it on.
Yeah. That's all right. Okay, let's go into one of your tunes.
Okay, we'll go in with that first one, which is Johnny's theme song, more or less, is Slap Happy Polka. That's the one that made him.
And we're back, Tony. How long you been playing music?
Oh, well, over 60 years, I think.
When did you start?
I started when I was 5 years old. I started playing the fiddle at 5 years old.
The violin or the fiddle?
The violin.
You started playing the violin?
Started playing the violin, and I played that till I got out of high school. And I went to work, and when I went to work at that time, I kind of had a little accident at work there. I cut off my left hand, 3 fingers, which gave up the violin. So then I had to do something to play some more music, so I picked up the bass fiddle.
They were a little short for the violin, huh?
Yeah, they were a little short for the violin.
Yeah, well.
They wouldn't go.
And then you've been playing bass for how long?
Well, since 19 36.
36,
Since
yeah.
1936, yeah. 1936 to now.
Up till now. You're still playing occasionally.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I still get it. I play with the Button Box group, and they're the Holmes Hall Buttoneers.
Yeah.
We're kind of reciting a little bit right now. We're taking it a little easy. We had a few people that got sick there, Rose Intihar and Frank Dremel and John Griance and Tony Christoph. So while they're healing up and that there, we'll get back into the polka business again, once again with the Buttoneers as soon as they're well enough to start playing and we get the group together again.
You also play...
And then I play with Lou Trebar.
Trebar, right.
Yeah, Lou Trebar, Paul
Medvis?
Jancher, and... Jimmy Medvis, that's right. He's on drums with us.
Yeah.
And, oh, come on. See, my memory's getting bad. I got that
Paul
CRS
Jancher?
disease. Huh?
Paul Jancher?
Paul Jancher on sax,
Yeah.
right. Paul Jancher on sax.
Okay.
And we get around to the old age
Old age
homes and
home.
that there, and also to the over to the pensioners and that, and just entertain more or less for our own good and that.
Yeah,
we
I did-
enjoy it.
I did one of them with you guys at
That's
the
right.
Pensioners.
That's
but
right, the
I've been
Pensioners.
so busy, I don't have time to get out anymore. Any place. Yeah.
That's the way it goes, Al. You know, you get so doggone busy, you get tied up in that, you never have a chance to do anything anymore.
Well,
It's all the other
I
business
shouldn't
come
because
first.
I'm a retread. I'm retired.
Yeah, you're retired too, huh?
But at least I thought I was.
That's when you get more work. You know, this is what that people are always asking me. And he says, you know, you're retired now. What do you do? I says, no. When I'm retired, I have more work now than when I did when I was used to work.
That's
when I
right.
worked, I play, and I travel and everything else. And I said, now that I'm retired, I've got more work to do, and I just can't seem to find time to do it.
You're right. You're right. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do another one of these tunes here.
All right,
You got
here's the
this
one. This one here, Al, is from Here's Cheers album, I think it is. No, it isn't either. It's from
Vandals in Europe.
Oh, Vadnal's in Europe. That's right, Vadnal's in Europe. And the old song on that is No Beer. This is a number that when we were in Europe in that time, they just sang the heck out of it. That's the Slovenians. They sang the English and Slovenian words, so there they go.
This is for Mario from the International Hour.
On a Sunday afternoon, all I had left was $1. $1. I stopped into a bar to have a little drink, and then I heard the bartender holler. What did he say? No beer today, no beer today. You can't buy beer on Sunday. No beer today, no beer today. You gotta come around on Monday. No beer today, no beer today. You can't buy beer on Sunday. No beer today, no beer today. You gotta come around on Monday.
On our recent trip to Europe, the Vandals had the pleasure to appear in Ljubljana, Yugoslavia. And this is the way we sang this tune.
I was driving through Ljubljana on a Sunday afternoon. All I had left was a dinar. What dinar? I stopped into the Gastilna to have a little pivo, and then I heard the bartender holler. What did he say? No pivo today, no pivo today. You can't buy pivo on Sunday. No pivo today, no pivo today. You gotta come around on Monday. No pivo today, no pivo today. You can't buy pivo on Sunday. No pivo today, no pivo today. You gotta come around on Monday.
Okay, we're back, Tony. We're back.
That their number was done on the album Battles in Europe. And the one prior to that, Al, I want to mention it, that was Johnny's. That was Richie playing the accordion that time. And the first number was by Johnny. Slap Happy Polka was made on his 50 Years of Memories. Those are the two albums. I want to make sure that they get the name of them.
That one that you say was in Europe, was that made in Europe?
Yes, it was.
It was made in Europe.
Yeah.
RTV?
Well, wait, no, I'll take that back. That first album, we traveled to Europe, and at that time we didn't record. What we did is when we came back from Europe and that, we decided to do some type of songs and that we played into Europe at that time. So we did it here in town, as far as that was.
I see. You didn't do it in Europe then?
No, that wasn't. But we took all the songs that we'd done in Europe, and we cut that album here in the States.
Did you cut anything in Europe?
Oh, yes, we cut it in Europe. We cut, I think it was 4 or 5 albums in Europe.
Did you cut that many of them?
Yeah. We'll play some of the numbers off of those albums as we go along.
Yeah,
I'll
good.
mention which albums we cut.
Good. We got a lot of time. We got 2 hours here.
We do? Oh,
Sure.
boy.
Yeah. We can get a lot played.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll tell you what. We got time for another fast one.
Okay, then we got another one coming up by Johnny Vadnal, Cleveland Style Polka Specials. And this one is the Arcade Avenue Polka, where we did live on the street.
Beautiful tune, Tony. Beautiful tune.
Thank you, Al. I really love that number. Norm Coble, who was playing sax and clarinet on it, he'd done a wonderful job on it.
Yeah.
And the rest of the boys did a good job. Actually, I'm not playing bass on that one. Frankie played banjo guitar, but I just did the vocals with Frankie on that there, and it turned out to be a beautiful number.
You cheated, huh?
I cheated. I just took it easy that day. I told you I retired.
Wonderful. I'll tell you what, Tony, we're going to go into spots. Let's do some more commercials, and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back with the Polka Showcase.
Whenever you hear, stay tuned to 1560 WATJ for special weather information. Is your weather alert signal exclusively on 1560 WATJ.
Entertaining Aquila, Chardon, and Concord, this is 1560 WATJ.
And we're back, Tony.
All right. the commercials are paid for, so we can
That's
start
right.
talking again.
So we
Is
can
that it?
start again, yeah. Right.
Okay, good.
Right.
You know, Al, I always meant to ask you, as far as that goes, how many bands did you play with?
Quite a few.
Quite a few too, wasn't it? I know you did all of Pecan's recordings, didn't you? As far as that, the bands on that.
Yeah, 78.
You know, this is what people don't really remember as far as that goes.
Right. Well, there's some of these people that are still too young to know that. You know?
Yeah.
That's for the old timers like us. Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah. Studies.
So I think we got a number coming up here. In other words, we played one waltz, but we got another one, and I'd like to send this waltz out to a lovely young lady who's been my companion for some years now, and that's my wife, Pearl. It thrills me so.
Hi, Pearl. How are you?
I hope she's listening. She was running around at the stores for a while shopping. Maybe she's back home by now.
Here we go.
It thrills me so that you still love me. It thrills me so that you think of me. Those precious hours we share together will live forever in my memory. Tako vesil sem da me ljubiš, tako vesel sem da me kličeš, te zlate ure pretekle, bom nosil v srcu celo živo pot. So that you still love me. It thrills me so that you think of me. Those precious hours we share together will live forever in my memory.
All right, Tony, we're back.
We're back again, huh?
Was that Johnny on that or Richie?
That was Richie.
That was Richie.
That was
okay.
Richie on Thrills Me So.
Okay.
Yes, that was Richie.
See, I told you, I know you guys well, but not that well.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody does, because with all these numbers that Johnny and Richie recut, you know, it's kind of hard to keep saying who did this, who did that, who did this.
I'm confused.
I'm confused too, and I did them. Oh heck.
Okay.
We got another number coming up here, and this one here is going to be a fast little number by Johnny this time. The last one was by Richie. This time it's Johnny. This one is called the Michael's Polka.
And here's your weather forecast from WATJ. Today, partly sunny and high 60. Tonight, cloudy and not much cooler, a low of 39. And tomorrow, cloudy with showers, likely snow, possibly mixed with rain, and a high of 55. And at 6 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock, we have sunny skies here at the home of America's popular favorites, 1560 WATJ, where we play memories. And now back to the showcase with Al Markic and guest Tony Vadnal.
And guess Tony Vadnal.
Guest Tony Vadnal, see?
What can we follow up right now?
Well, we can't follow too much up. We already fouled everything up already.
Everything else, huh?
Everything's been fouled up.
Well, that last number was Michael's Polka by Johnny Vadnal. Now we'd like to do a number here called The Green Valley by Richie Vadnal.
Richie Vadnal?
Right.
Green Valley, huh?
Green Valley.
All right, here we come.
I want to live with my love in my green valley. Wonderful new love, hearts that are true love. I want to be happy and free in my green valley. But I need you, dear, to make dreams come Żywi z moją lobą, z moich doliny, svetli dolini, srečni ljubezni. Jaz hočem biti prost in vesel mojih dolini. Rabim tvoj srca, da sanjam bom z njim.
You see, I didn't call you the yodeler for nothing.
Yeah, but it could have been better.
Well,
that was Frankie, though. He was doing all the vocals. All I did was the yodel again.
That's all right. So Frankie sang that.
Yeah, Frankie was the one who was on that.
I'll tell you, we could all do better, I think. Or at least we think we can.
You know, the funny part about it is, Al, you go into a studio and you cut the album, boy, you think, hey, we got something good. Then when you listen to it, boy, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, I could have done this better. But it never fails. It's over with.
You're right.
Yeah, isn't that true?
You're right.
How many times?
You know, I had that problem. The last recordings that I did was with Freddie Kuhar. We did 39 tunes.
Yeah.
And like Freddie says, you guys know where the mistakes are. We'll come back another day and do them.
Yeah.
So Freddie calls me about a month and a half later. He says, Al, I'm going down to the studios. You said you had a couple of parts you got to fix. I says, yeah. He says, well, do you want to come down? I says, yeah, I can come down. So I went with him. And they put the tape on and they started playing it. And I told the guy, I says, do me a favor. I says, start that over. And take all the instruments out but mine.
Yeah, that's right.
Gee, I'll tell you, after I heard it,
You were surprised, weren't you?
oh, I'll tell you, I had to do all 39 tunes over.
Yeah. But you know, Val, years ago, right now the electronic business, the way it is and the way the recording system is and that there, you can do this.
Oh,
But
it's
years
easy.
ago, years ago you couldn't.
No.
Years ago, what you cut once, that was it.
That was it.
If you made a flub, you didn't go over. You had to cut the whole number over.
Everybody
You
had to
couldn't-
come back.
Yeah, you couldn't come back
Yeah.
and just hit that one spot and go out.
The way
Right?
things are today, why just one guy goes back and puts
Yeah.
on the earphones and
That's all.
like
when
I
it comes
say,
to that one note that he flubbed there,
Yeah.
all you do is play the part, and when it comes there, he plays that note, and boom, and that's it.
That's
The
right.
rest of the recording is okay.
see, I thought I was doing so well, but my hands were bad that day.
yeah, I know it.
Getting near the end of the line, and I had to do every one of them over. They were a disgrace.
Yes.
So did them over. So it
that's
turned
very
out
good.
pretty good. The hands were pretty good that one particular day when I went back, and I'm glad. So at least I could say I did a halfway decent job.
I usually close my ears and my eyes, and that's it. If it comes through, it comes through. It's not, then that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, let's go back to music now.
Okay,
Again. How about it?
fine.
We got a number by Richie. This one is called Mitza. Oh, you got. Wait a while.
No, that's all right.
Is it all right? You
Yeah,
want to go to the commercials?
no,
first?
we'll do the pizza.
Okay, we'll do the Mitza polka.
Fine.
Na Slovenskom tam je deklenica, jam jam peče dobro potica. Fantje divje so na moja mico, ker si želijo si potico. Zaupam vam je skroben moja mico, zaradi njene potice. A lepa ni nič več, je kuhala preveč, vsak rad na moja mico. Slovenija there's a gal called Mitza, yum yum, does she bake good potica? All the guys are wild about my Mitza, because of her potica. Confidentially, I'm in love with Mitza, because of her potica. Though she's not much for looks, I like the way she cooks. I'm just wild, simply wild about Mitza.
And we're back at the home of America's popular polka favorites with Al Markic and the Polka Showcase and his guest, our yodeling friend Tony Vadnal.
Well, thank you, Al. Yeah, listen, I want to make a mention that on all these albums that we've been playing and various songs and that there, we had the late Frank Markic playing sax,
Oh, yeah.
Bill Cernick,
Bill Cernick.
the late Bill Cernick, my brother Frankie, Johnny, myself, and that's about it.
That's
isn't
it. That was it.
That's the five of us, yeah.
That's five.
Because
There's
all
two-
these numbers were recorded in that there, you know, and
Yeah.
but after Frank and Bill passed away in that there, then
Right.
Johnny got somebody else. But the only album that Johnny cut after that was that 50 Years of Memory,
Right.
and he cut that one there with Norm Cobalt and those guys, you know.
Yeah, there's only two of yous left.
Yeah, there's only
From-
two of
from
us
the-
out there,
from
Johnny
the-
and myself, as far as that goes,
Yeah.
and I'd like to dedicate this whole show to the guys.
Good.
It's sad memories, and
Yes, it is. It's a
I
shame.
miss them.
Yes, we all miss them.
I miss them.
I'm sure.
And hearing this music, kind of gets you. A lot of times you think about it, and you think about all the good times we did have, where we went, where we traveled, what we did together. We were just a good bunch of fellas, that's all.
That's right. One of these days somebody else will be sitting here and saying the same thing about you and I.
Let's hope so, Al.
Nice bunch of guys.
Okay, yeah, let's get on with the business now. Now we'll go back to some more music, and here's one of the numbers Johnny cut on that album of Carefree, and it's called The Laughing Sailor.
Laughing sailor had the hero's kiss. Sing conquer love, ahoy boy girls, our waving kiss. Says saving for that laughing sailor boy. When he goes la ha ha, French girls go ooh la la. His laughter has a meaning of soul. That's why it's best that this lover roll. When he goes ho ho ho, no girl says no no no. In every country the feeling is same. That is if you're a gay. When he goes ha ha ha, French girls go ooh la la. His laughter has a meaning of soul. That's why it's best that this lover roll. When he goes ho ho ho, no girl says no no no. In every country the feeling is same. That is if you're a gay. That is if you're a gay.
And we're back here at the home of America's popular favorites, 1560 WATJ, with Tony Vadnal on Polka Showcase.
All righty, here we go again. It's been a long time since I've been on a radio like this.
Yeah, me too, Tony.
Yeah, you every weekend, for God's sakes. You're always, every day is it that? Every day, see?
every day.
Well, I don't listen to you every day.
Well, why don't you?
Because I'm waiting for this weather to break so I can go out and play golf and that and do my thing, too.
Okay.
So, Johnny is, I don't know, I'm going to mention this. Johnny will probably kill me for it. But Johnny, maybe a lot of people, because they've been asking me questions on it there about Johnny, he had a little stroke.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, he had a little stroke, and
did, huh?
he was in a hospital. He had some MRIs done,
Yeah.
and he also had some CAT scan and different type of tests and all that to see what he is. And the doctor says, well, everything seems to be okay.
Nothing serious.
It's nothing really serious
that's
right
good.
now, but Johnny's going to take it a little easy for a couple weeks or so before he tries to go back into playing like that.
Good.
And I just want to let the people know that he appreciates your concern in that there, but he doesn't want that phone to be ringing off the hook.
Well, Johnny, get well. I'll tell you right now.
That's right. Don't lay around, John. Take it
Yeah.
easy. And enjoy life again.
That's right.
Now, let's get back to some more polkas. This one is, since you've been hollering about yodeling, so
Yeah.
let's get one here that's going to be called by Richie again and the boys. It's Teach Me How to Yodel.
Will you teach me how to yodel? My cute little mountain boy. Will you teach me how to yodel? And fill my heart with joy. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Try again. 1, once again. You can miss, just like Swiss. Let her go, oh yo. See her singing like a Swiss Caruso now. Just a one,